Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The purpose of this bill is to speed up small disaster reconstruction projects and lower their costs by removing red tape.
Okay.
The vast majority of FEMA's rebuilding projects are less than $500,000, but FEMA micromanages the administration of these projects at a tremendous cost in time and money. For projects over $130,000, FEMA approves every doorknob and light fixture of an infrastructure repair project at multiple stages throughout the process. This approach literally requires an army of FEMA employees to administer, and it can add years to the time it takes to rebuild after a disaster. It also puts our communities at great risk because sometimes FEMA second guesses an approval and takes back the disaster grant. If you've ever had a big disaster in your district, you know exactly what I'm talking about. In my district, FEMA reversed its prior approval and has been fighting for years with the local government over whether or not they should have paved a temporary access road that was built after a major flood. The cost of the gravel road was $230,000. The extra cost to pave it, which the community covered with its own funds, was about $50,000. The amount of money FEMA has wasted in salaries, administration, and legal fees trying to take back the $230,000 likely exceeds the entire project cost. This is red tape out of control, and it doesn't serve the taxpayers well. Fortunately, there is a better way to manage these projects. Under current law, FEMA runs projects under $130,000 in a manner similar to an insurance settlement. FEMA reviews the damage, makes a cost estimate, and issues a repair grant. The local government is responsible for managing the grant on time and on budget. In exchange, they have greater flexibility in how they build back, and they can enhance a project with their own funds. This approach dramatically cuts administrative costs, rebuilds infrastructure faster, eliminates the risk of cost overruns for federal taxpayers, and gives local governments the flexibility to rebuild in a way that best meets their needs. The success of FEMA's Small Projects Program is well proven. My legislation would raise the project cap from this program from $130,000 to $500,000 and help all of our constituents avoid the nightmare my district is experiencing right now. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I urge my colleagues to support this legislation.